Kant's objection to ontological arguments, I think it's fair to say it's generally considered to be the most significant issue. And the objection that Kant makes is that existence is not a predicate. So a predicate is like a property of something. In a sentence, you've got a subject and a predicate. So, for example, the frog is yellow. The subject is the frog, the predicate is yellow. So again, a predicate is like a property of something, and that predicate tells you something about the subject. But existence, says Kant, is not an actual predicate. It doesn't tell you anything about the concept involved like these other examples. Kant says, existence is not a concept of something which could be added to the concept of a thing. It is merely the positing of a thing. So imagine a dog in your mind, and now imagine a dog that exists. What's the difference between those two concepts? What's the difference between the two things you imagined? Well, nothing, because they're both just concepts or ideas. The concept of a dog that exists is the same concept as the concept of an idea of a dog, because existence isn't a real predicate. But if I said to you, imagine a dog that has fur like a zebra, then the idea in your mind has changed, because having fur like a zebra is a real predicate. One of Kant's own examples is to do with thalers, some olden days currency. He says, 100 real thalers do not contain the least more coin than 100 possible thalers. The point is that when we're dealing with ideas, concepts, stuff that's in our minds, adding existence doesn't change that concept. It doesn't make the concept spring from an idea in your mind to something that exists in real life. You can't pay for your shopping with the idea of $100 that exist any more than you can pay for your shopping with the idea of $100, because both ideas are ultimately just ideas. So going back to ontological arguments, Kant says that you can't define something into existence by adding existence to the concept of thing. Applied to Anselm's ontological argument, Kant would reject the idea that existence makes a being greater. So, if you remember, Anselm says that God must exist in reality because it's greater to exist in reality than the mind. But Kant says it doesn't work like that. Existence isn't a greatness or a quality you can compare. It doesn't make that concept greater or more impressive.